Alright guys, what's up? How we doing? Wilson and I are in the shop today doing some tune-ups, getting stuff ready for spring. It's, what's today? February 28th?
Yes.
Yep, February 28th. So tomorrow is March. Yeah, Friday, TGIF. Even though we're gonna get snow tonight, so we'll see what happens. But today we're doing tune-ups on our new as of last year Scag Cheetah IIs. We got two of them. You guys have seen them. So we bought these early summer last year. So we're going to be doing oil change, hydro flush, and filter change. Obviously grease, blades, fuel filter. We're going to be taking a couple little panels off that are in the way and stupid, and might change air filters, who knows, they're kind of dirty, but yeah. I got the oil draining now, so Scag is nice on this, so you can see that hose there connects to the bottom of the pan. They have these two little things. This is just a little dust cap, and then this unscrews from your hose. I just took it out completely, let it drain. Just have these channel locks holding the hose from moving. So letting that drain. While that drains, I'm gonna change the fuel filter, and then once this is empty, we can move on to hydros. And while this is draining too, I can remove those two plates. I'll show you guys. So let's get into it. All right guys, so like I said, we're gonna change the fuel filter, which is down here. It's pretty easy. It's pretty dirty. So this just has the two little prong clips, little tension clips. Take those back, or take those off, pull them back. Pull the filter off, spray fuel everywhere. Put the new filter on. That's really all. So there we go. So I'll show you guys. If you've never seen it, you just got these two clips on either side. Pull those off. Your filters are going to be directional. So like this is the fuel pump. So this is going to the motor. So you want to make sure that your filter is going the correct way. So this side comes from the tank, goes through to the pump to the motor. So when you guys change them, our filters are directional. Most of them are. So make sure it's going the right way, because you will not get proper fuel pressure, fuel flow. Your motor won't run probably at all. You've had that happen before, where they've been put on backwards and it just chokes itself out because of lack of fuel. So just check that out. All right guys, next what we're going to do while the oil is still draining is we're going to take this plate and the one on the other side off. Obviously they're there to protect your hydro fans so they don't get broken, so that you get proper cooling, but you can't get everything out of the tops of the fans. Like I'll show you this side. This is the other one that we're doing now. I don't know if you can see, but see all that junk in there, and that one, none of that junk will ever come out, and that will eventually cause your fans to wear out and break, or your hydros to overheat, because there's that much more resistance. So we're going to take them off. And the other benefit which is the main benefit, is try and get in here on this one. Let's see. That bolt down there, I'll add a marker to it in post. But the bolt down there is your bleeder for your hydros. So in order to get all the air out of your hydros, you have to take that bolt, loosen it, so that the air can escape. You can't really do that with these guards in the way. So we don't have them. They're not on. We got the Ferris in here right now. They're not. These don't have guards. They didn't come with guards, so it's not like we took these ones off. But we're gonna take them off of these because it is significantly easier to get to stuff without them. So I'll take them off. Show you guys how it's done. All right, guys. So what you need, what I got, is you'll need a 3/8. I suggest a ratcheting 3/8 because what you guys start off with is inside. Of course, I have no light over here. Ugh. Inside, you can see right where the end of my finger is, that little bolt. That bolt's got to come out. That's on both sides. That's the only one that you can't get a socket on. I have not, and the other mower, I could not get a socket on it because of the spring. Basically, we don't have, between the ratchets and the sockets we don't have anything that is shallow enough. So 3/8 ratcheting wrench is gonna be your best friend. So let's get those off, and I'll show you the other ones. The interview go with the kid from yesterday, or the other day. If you don't speak English, you can do one thing and one thing only. You're a mowing guy, that's it. Okay, 8 years of what? Running a fucking wheelbarrow? What he's got, but someone's coming Tuesday. Alright guys, so the next screw is right in here. You can see right there and right there. I just cracked one because it was just easier because my ratchet wouldn't get it. So that one, let's see if this one will come off. Sometimes they'll be tight, sometimes they won't. And so after those two, you just got these two down here, which are super easy. So let me pop those off. Which these are an 11 on this front side. And then believe the 3/8, yep, on the back. Then they kind of just snake out. There's no like super easy way. Now work them out and around, and then you're good. So let me get this other side and then go from there.
This was a little bit more of a pain to get off from the other one.
And as you can see, this one's significantly worse. But look at all the dirt in there. That one's not bad, but all that stuff will eventually wear your hydros out and break them. So, yeah. All right, now that those are off, oil is done or is drained. We'll change the hydros. All right, guys, I almost forgot to put oil in it. Not really, but we're gonna throw like 2 1/4 quarts in. It calls for like 2.4, so we're gonna throw 2 1/4 in. That's basically what's in both, and then once they're completely done and we start them, we'll let them run, you know, for a few minutes, check the dipstick, add it if we need to, whatever. So let's throw some oil in here. Filter's on and plug's good?
Yeah.
Y'all plugged up?
Yeah.
All right, guys, a little trick. You have to add a certain amount of oil. What you do is take one of your empty containers and fill into that the amount that you need. Because then you don't have to keep checking or anything like that. You can just fill up and then dump it. Did you know that, Wilson? That little trick?
Yeah, like cheating your way through it.
It's not cheating.
It's not cheating, but
Being smart.
you know, sometimes you'll be like, oh, I can eyeball that better than you.
Yeah, good luck. You can take my balls in your eyes whenever you want. I hope that makes it in the video.
From Australia.
I'll take that before school. Alright guys, it's going to be a little tight down here. It's going to be a little dark down here. But what we got, hydro changes. That right there, that cover unscrews. There's a filter inside. This is the other side. So take that cover off. Basically it all drains out. And then I'll take the filter out, put the new one in, screw that cover on, do this other side, and try and kind of capture it for you guys. But that's basically the overall gist of it. So let me see what I can show you guys. Oh. Yeah, well, so you know, I made a gun. Well, so can I have the gun? I've done the same thing, don't worry.
Lower it? Okay.
Can you take the cap off of this hydraulic tank? The one closest to you, take that cap off so it can air out.
Oh, yeah. Once you pull the fucking filter, it's all gonna fucking gush out.
Let's say, where did the...
It should be next to you.
I dragged him underneath me.
It's literally careful because it's gonna fucking really get gushy.
Oh, I know.
It smells like arse. Like, look, that looks pretty clean still, that hydro fluid.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. The filter is gross, though.
Yeah. There's a nasty.
Whoops. Can you hand me 2 new filters?
Yeah. Beat the pussy up. I have to open it.
Thank you. All right, guys, if you got a Cheetah 2 hydro gear part number 71943, all these people who haven't done one before, I know how much of a struggle it can be to get this shit right, so there you go. Make sure you put it, this goes in first. So you'll have this side out facing the cover. There we go, it's popped on. Just so you guys know, it gives you a new O-ring for that cap. Realistically, you shouldn't have to change it, but if you feel like you want to change it, then go right ahead. We've only had, of all the times we've ever done hydro flushes, we've only had a few that have needed new O-rings, so we don't usually change them. But then I always tighten this by hand. Don't use a gun, because then you will need a new O-ring after you filled it. So, all right, that's one side done. I'm gonna do the other side on my own since you guys are kind of in the way. I'll show you guys what it looks like after. All right, guys, so I got this stuff drained, filters in, tightened back down and everything. And what's nice about doing 2 of these is I can show you what it looks like after it's done. So Wilson got this one all set. This side is good. Obviously we have to bleed it, like turn it on, run the hydros and everything, bleed it. But basically, if you guys have never done this, steal this light real quick. What you gotta do is when that screw, get down there again. When that screw has hydraulic fluid coming out of it, which is like, what was it, like 4.5 quarts-ish?
Yeah, just about 4.5 quarts, almost 5 quarts, and it started coming out.
Somewhere between 4 and 5 quarts, 4.5, 5 quarts. It'll start to come out of the hole where that screw is. So as soon as it starts to come out, tighten that screw back down, and it's basically a full 5 quarts. Scag says that it's 10 quarts total, so 5 for each side. So that's what we have left. So we're not too far above the cold full line. So once we run it, get the hydros moving, everything, bleed all the air that we can out of the system and stuff, we'll be good. So 5 quarts each side. We use Cowie 2050. That's what they recommend. We use that for all of our hydros. So 5 quarts each side, 2050. It takes like a solid 2 hours to get it fully bled all the way through, you know, as much as possible before running the machine. So it's not exactly a quick process, but yeah. So we're probably gonna grab lunch and then start this other side. So, all right, guys, back from lunch. We had some pizza.
Pizza.
You heard it here first, pizza. We actually didn't have pizza. We just had pizza. So now that we are back, we're going to fill mower number 2 with hydraulic oil and wait for it to fill. So let's have some fun, I guess. Well, guys, we got the second mower filled with oil. Today being a Friday, we're going to let this one try and purge the rest of the air that it needs to over the weekend. We closed both of the purge valves, and so it's just gonna be super slow, but that way it obviously doesn't start to leak on us or anything. So we already ensured that the caps aren't leaking on both of them. I did that while we were filling them. I kept checking, making sure that there weren't drips underneath. So yeah, both mowers are all good now. Hydros flushed, changed, new filters, new oil, fuel filter. We also went ahead and greased one so far, and changed blades on that. If you guys want a little tutorial on how to do that, let me know. We'll see. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. But yeah, that's really gonna be it for this one. It's just kind of a quick little overview of how to do a spring tune-up. Make sure that you're good to go for the year, or at least in our case, a few hundred hours before we got to do it all again. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Wilson's Ground, and see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Peace out.